Hi, you're here with Norm Jurgen as I celebrate almost 10 months of building my large 18 by 16 Lionel train set. What I'm going to do today is demonstrate how to work on scenery. And in order to do this, I have to do what many people do with a large train set like this, climb onto the table. Okay, so I'm going to put the phone down and I'm going to work my way over to the area that I'm working on. It's important that you have one area in your train set where you can access things easily. I use a small step ladder to climb onto the train set. One of the neat things about having a train set this size without middle access points is you get a good workout climbing onto the table repeatedly. I find this is great. I don't have to go to the gym, because doing this 8 or 10 times in a day, you feel pretty well worked out, feel like you've gone to an aerobics class. One of the things you have to think about when you work in a train set this size is you have to build from the middle out. Hi there, hope you can see me now. And so what I've done is I've made sure that all the cords, the electrical cords of accessories, are quite long so that I can pull them out of their position and set them aside so that I have sufficient space to work. So here this billboard goes out of the way, leans a little precariously, and this service station from MTH also has a really long cord. Okay, I'm going to put the phone back down. Hopefully you can see things really well. And point it over there at where I'm working. When you're building scenery, it's great to have waterproof paper, like this tracing paper or this wrapping paper. When it's waterproof and you're working with plaster cloth, the water will drip off. What I typically do is tear off a piece of this paper, crunch it up, and stick it behind the location where the molds are going to go. So in this case, I'd be sticking it right in that corner. Like so. Don't be shy about using tape, staples, white glue, or a hot glue gun. Next thing you want to do is have some plaster cloth. I typically go to a local hobby store and pick up some generic plaster cloth. You can, if you like, get Woodland Scenic. But the generic stuff is usually just the same, and sometimes you get it at a better cost and more quantity. I'll cut the plaster cloth away from the train set into small pieces so that you're not carrying too much dust onto the train set. So as you see here, I have lots of plaster cloth already pre-cut. It does get dusty. And I have pre-made molds. Some of these are from a previous train set. Now what I've done is I've started to assemble some molds already and join them together with plaster cloth. It's good to spread this work over a day because the plaster cloth hardens and provides some support to the molds. So what I'm going to do here is extend the plaster cloth to this area right here. Make sure you keep a bowl, some old Tupperware handy, and put some warm water in it warm water is very helpful when working with plaster cloth for a while because, well, it's just good on the hands. I also have a piece of rubber here to support my plaster cloth and molds. It just keeps some of the dust off of the track. When you secure your plaster cloth, try going from the top down. Gravity does cause it to pull. And crunch it up a little bit. It creates a bit of a shape that way. Make sure when you're using some paper, squish it in. You don't want it to interfere with your train. Great. And lay your plaster cloth over top. See? If you're not happy about your paper, remove it, tear some off, and squish it back in. So that's going to be how to build some scenery. Once you're done and it's dry, get some real plaster and fill those holes in. Here's an example of a finished result. It's painted and there's been snow added. Looks quite realistic. Hope you found this helpful.